bunnies or whatever the fuck she's trying to. Lady, you're kind of amusing. It just, I don't want to know you like that. Oh yeah, you didn't know that? Yeah, she Barrie, Ontario. I'm only saying because she doesn't live with it, but like she wanted to, yeah, whoever the fuck, she probably had a pad up there. Whatever, like whatever that was, she wanted to hang out, like in real life. She'd like text and call, yeah, like yeah, oh yeah, yep. She took me on her supermarket sweepstakes, all the like in her car and shit. Like doo 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 doo. I talked to Tatiana in her car she was on like on the road, like all that. Yeah. I wasn't fapping. No. I really wasn't. That was awesome too. And like the best part was I was like, if this chick wasn't so fucked up, like it's I was like, this is a female. I think first I'm like, is this a tranny? I'm like, if it's a tranny, I'll talk to them. I don't give a fuck because I'm not fapping with this person anyway. And I'm like, no, this is a chick. And I'm like, all right, is it? I'm like, maybe it's a tranny. I'm like, either way, I'm not fapping to it anyway. And I'm like, no, it's a chick. I'm like, I'm still not fapping. I'm not fapping to this lady. And you know what's funny? Like that lady looks like a. That lady kind of looks like a tranny. That Annie Chedderman. Like I see her face to this day. I'm like, is that even real? She doesn't. You know what I mean? I am not into trannies. Like futanari all day long. Even strap-ons. I was like futanari. I always saw it as that. I didn't have a fetish about some stupid object. I was like.
What's the difference, Justin, between a futanari and a tranny?
Are you really? I'm not gonna entertain that because you already know the answer, lady. You like as someone like you were role playing guys for these fucking dykes on here for like a decade straight. You almost knew the answer, and now you finally do. Congratulations. Not judging either. Like it's like a high five. Like I don't care. I just know how to RP that better. Is all. Like you're like kind of close, but not quite. You're not quite there.
Oh, that's why I turned on my computer. I gotta Google this before I leave.
Like there's a way to RP that would be hot. Not with those fucking people. Hell no. Like would I knowingly fucking cyber any of those assholes? Like no. Any of those chicks? Like no. Like let me like no. Not like not even the magician who like why to begin with. And then like a nigga. No thank you. Oh look, here's a some short girl with a face. Her name's Esther. Yeah, she's got tits. I don't want to see them though. I bet she's got a real hot body under her shirt. I don't want to see. I don't care. I'm not interested. I'm not saying she doesn't. I just like it doesn't do it for me. Like that girl doesn't do it for me. There's plenty. I'm not saying her vagina wouldn't get wet. I'm gonna put my dick in your vagina, baby. Ooh, we're having sex now. I could manage to come in her. I'm sure. I just don't want to. If that's all right with you. I could manage to come in a 4-year-old too if I really, really like wanted to. I'd like why? Like why would you want to do that? Like I'm not saying she's a 5-year-old. It's just like probably like 2 emotionally. Which is fine. I'm not even gonna put that. Like it's probably a fine 2-year-old. Like, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. Either way, it's just I wouldn't. If that girl rolled up on me on Second Life, like, hey, I'm America's Next Top Model. Do you want to give me $20 for a cartoon blowjob? I would be like, yeah. What's your fucking email? This is funny shit. Yeah, I would have. It would have. Yeah, I would have laughed. Yeah. So neat. I still wouldn't have married her. I still wouldn't have had sex with her in real life. Yeah, I still wouldn't want to see her on cam take her shirt off while I jack off without me being on cam. I know how to have that. I wasn't really. No, I wasn't there for that kind of party. I've seen naked chicks and everything. I got over that. There was one that was probably yeah, and I was like, this chick was literally like. Basically as like good as you can get for that kind of stupid shit. And it's like, and I didn't want her, and I wasn't gonna do shit with her. I was like, oh neat, she's got an ass here that looks like an ass. Okay, she follows directions well. And I was literally like bored while I was doing it, and I wasn't degrading her, and she was doing that anyway. She was like, I'm like, oh, this is one of these. She'd be a fucking 5-year-old on here. She'd be doing the same thing if they're literally. And regardless, she's like neat. I didn't like, hey, we should like stay friends for 5 years and keep doing this, baby. And I didn't have my cam on for that. Like, I've yet to take my dick out on cam. I never felt the need, and I go rogue.
Wow.
Yeah, I just Yeah. So, like, and that chick there was no money. I don't even think PayPal existed then. I already saw all this shit well before, like, half of these retards even knew how to, like, turn their mic on, probably. And, yeah, there's a bitch on here that knows, like, how not taken I was with that. Like, yeah, I'd masturbate, and that was it. And I'd be like, see ya, chica. Or, like, if some of them could speak a little bit, I'd be like, oh, I'll chat to you, I guess, online and never meet you in real life. Yeah, there's a chick on here that forgot to tell all of you about how my policy was just like, what? No, I don't meet bitches from the internet. I still don't. I'm glad that I met the one that I did when I met the one that I did, though. Oh, that was awesome. Oh, no regret. That was like, oh, awesome. Oh, so good. Yeah. I'm glad I, like, lazily deposited, like, a technical cum load or if you want her. Like, and, like, give me a break. Ugh. I was like, I'm here, I guess I'll fucking come. Yeah, every girl's, they love that. Did you see why I didn't want to talk about that chick? I was like, no, you don't understand, I'm literally being nice to this chick, and they thought I was being rude talking about her moles. It's like, I didn't give a fuck about them, like, yeah, the moles didn't matter. Well, I would have hacked them all off if I had the, like, tools there. Like, where no, really, I would. If she was cool with it, like, oh, I would have had more entertainment doing that. With the, like, yeah, than, like, talking to her or any of that. That chick was, like, she was an insane clown posse, like, fan or member or whatever the fuck she was trying to do there. I fully assume that she still loves them, no matter what. Yeah, I don't care. I just assume that. I do. That Chadiana was not sexy. She was like a frantic, egotistical, desperate slut trying to validate her sexuality by getting people to masturbate to her online. Yeah, that's not hot to me. That wasn't hot to me. I knew that then. She could have literally stuck, like, I don't know, anything up her, whatever, and I wouldn't have cared. Didn't matter. I was chatting to her in spite of her being unattractive to me like that. In essence, if you think about it. Yeah. Wow. She sucks at, like, everything she was trying to do, which I knew at the time. I was like, oh, well, this chick is just so conniving. Whatever will I do? Yeah, I was just like, babe in the woods with her. She's so corny. She was corny then. Like, I never respected her. I'd, like, laugh when she'd, like, laugh at, like, chatter sometimes. And she couldn't, like, really do anything, though. I was like, you're just pointless, lady. I was like, oh, maybe, you know what I mean? But I was like, no, this bitch is fucking tied to these. She's a fucking retard. It's like, fuck you. She almost gained pawn status with me on Second Life, basically, and then still was. Anyway, like, I still, like, got whatever with her. Not for, I wasn't looking for the E-Cyber with her. No, she was like a fucking E-Pawn, and, like, I was like, okay, Annie, you gotta, like, bore me more in playing Portal 2. You know, fucking, I did not enjoy playing video games with her. It's not because of her skill level was one way or the other. She was not, I didn't enjoy her company online. Like, you don't understand. And it wasn't like she was having an off night. I talked to Annie Chedderman for an extended period of time. For the better part of, like, a year or something. And I did not enjoy, I had her on Steam and shit. Like, she'd be like, let's play some game. I didn't enjoy her company. Even online, really. That's like, and it's not like an insult. It's just, I just didn't enjoy her chat company. That's all it came down to. Yeah, I don't hate her, like, at all. No, not at all. Like, I just don't enjoy her chat company. So, I didn't. I really didn't. It's like, okay, I chatted to her and shit. Like, what else was I gonna chat to? A fucking tranny? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh my god.
yeah, it was stupid. Oh. And yeah, she's like, we gotta hang out. Like, she was saying, like, whether she was literally like, we should meet for coffee and lunch and shit. Like, yeah. She said, like, those words were said multiple times. But, like, I didn't, so, like, I do know she said that. I do. And then, like, the Barry on tape, she's like, I'm up in everything. She had her whole shit. She's like, she had some chick with her or something for lunch or something. Like, I don't care about this lady. I was like, okay, D, I think she was at an Outback Steakhouse or something. Whatever. Didn't matter. I didn't really care. No, that lady was not a fucking, I'm a tease. I was like, do you have Down syndrome? Tanny butter? I was like, nice avatar. Why don't you try being hot? Her? She annoyed me because she wasn't hot. I'm like, you have that avatar and you suck. Like, fuck you. Really? I was like, I wouldn't care if that chick like knew how to type a fucking sentence or just like talk or just waiting to exhale, which isn't hard to do. Yeah, she's. Oh, I was like, it was offensive to me that fucking boring ass whoever was on that panty butter screen name avatar. It wasn't the screen name was stupid and not hot. The avatar was like, oh, I could jack off to this. I probably did. Not with no thanks to the person behind the screen, mind you. Yeah, that was some ninja fapping once upon a time. Oh man, yeah. Arfie's Luna was like, oh, I don't know her, or yeah, I remember that. I specifically asked her because, like, right after I met Arfie's Luna, I'm like, oh, who's that avatar? It was Panty Butter, and we were at the E-Korea sim virtually. Yeah, me and Aries. That means we're getting married. I have her picture under my bed that I never had to begin with because I didn't want a picture of her. So yeah, that's crazy though. Yeah, like she's like, I don't know Panty Butter at all. I was like, that's cool. That's too bad. I might masturbate to her. I was thinking to myself online. I probably. No, really. I don't want the avatar for on here at the time. I was like, well, it looks better than a tranny avatar. Sure, why not? Oh, thank you, though. I'm so glad I didn't masturbate to like Annie Chedderman in a voice call. If she slipped through on another alt, like, I don't care. Like, I wouldn't go back for seconds. I would not go back for seconds with Annie Chedderman. Yeah, like I wouldn't. Like, hey, we gotta have an arm wrestling match, Annie Chedderman, to see who's cooler and sexual on Second Life. Like, you can go jack off with a fucking tranny before I even entertain some dumbass out like that. Like, this, I have no regard for her. I don't hate her. It's just like, I just don't care. I don't see her as a sexual creature either. I really don't. Her face looks like a tranny to me too, kind of. I'm like, is that? I want to peel. Is that like? Is that glued on? Like, you know, prosthetics. Like, is that a real face? And you know what I mean? Seriously. No, I wouldn't fuck that. Yeah, I'm sure. Like, if there's a vagina up under that, cool. Like, I don't need to stick my dick in it to come. Like, why would I? Like, I just didn't. I wouldn't enjoy it. Like, she was not fun to chat with. I was just like, you're boring, like. She thought she was so, like, I'm so good at Second Life, and you were going to be so, like, out to get me. I was laughing at her the whole time. I'm like, oh shit, baby, what are you gonna do? Record me masturbating? Uh-oh. Yeah, she was fucking corny. That joke, yeah. She got actual angry at me for not fapping, though. She got, like, mad, and then she got hurt. Yeah, that whole thing. Yeah, I remember that. She got desperate. It was like she couldn't believe I wasn't masturbating, and I wasn't. And getting worse. She went off a fucking cliff. What happened? She literally went off a cliff on Second Life with me in a voice call. I never like felt the need to advertise it because I was like, yeah, that happened. She was like, eh. I was like, and then seeing what she looks like why do you even think that way to begin with? Like, I really don't. No offense. Like, I'm sure there's plenty of people that are into that. I never would. Not one of them. Oh, thank you. Like, on Second Life, I'd be like, oh yeah, neat. Hey, what's up? I wouldn't be like, hey, why don't we get a skybox? Better yet, let's rent some property on Second Life for some privacy, Annie Chedderman, and just beta. Just not this. I did not see Annie Chedderman like that. I still don't. Not that kind of thing. And then I'd be like, oh, I don't want to completely fuck this girl's head up. You know what I mean? So it's like, there, Annie. That shit, like, she may have had some moments, you know? Like, on Second Life. I've never met this one. You know what I mean? I'm not sitting here talking about, like, oh, she had a day in real life and some shit was going on. It was legitimate. And they're like, oh, Jesus. No, it was like, I never met this woman in real life. I'm talking about, like, yeah, it was Second Life. Like, yeah. No, I wasn't gonna fap with her. Chatty, I don't know. Even though, like, the voice message she left me, I didn't factor that. You think I left that on my phone for a while? No, it was just for funny. Like, as a joke. I didn't think it was like, ooh, like, down low, hot, like, ooh, sneak fap. No, none of that. I didn't ninja fap to that. And I deleted that, like, yeah, whatever. That's been gone. Like, I never fapped to that. She sounded like a fucking drug addict, basically. She's like, hey, yeah, she, like, trying to be funny, but she was just, like, on drugs. I was like, Jesus Christ. And, like, I was like, I'd, like, laugh at her in spite of herself. And knowing what I know now, she thought she was being so comedian. And it's like, oh, LOL, in extra caps. I was like, not feeling bad for her, but I was like, she was getting some pity, like, not pity, but I was like, yeah, you're really funny, Chatty Yada. Like, some of that, yeah. She'd be like, they're like, eh. When she make fun of, like, chatters and shit, like, I'd laugh at that. In certain ways, at certain times, that happened. That was far and few between, though. Very far. I knew she was a faggot, that's why. I knew she was a faggot, I knew she was, like, into all this. She loved Second Life. You know, like, yeah. Anyone that loves Second Life, like, what the fuck do you think I'm gonna think of them? It's not because I don't think they're dorks. I'm just like, oh, you have, like, chat weddings and you fuck baby avatars, and, like, shit like that. It's like, I'm not judging it. I'm just like, I'll log on and laugh and stuff. I may even ninja fap on here if I feel like it. Like, it's, people aren't fucking that hot. I don't understand why you, like, you think these voice changes and shit you're on are, like, super whatever. No, like, the chick on Yahoo, she had a better one on that. She was like, hi, I'm a girl and I'm gonna come. Her, like, yeah, cool. Like, the voice changes on here weren't quite up to that par that she had on there for that one. Or whoever the fuck that was. And that was just a cum, basically. And I thought, like, that screen name was, like, E-Dorbs. That person was playing a person that was E-Dorbs. Like, that was good acting. Who cares? That was, like, what, decades ago? Yeah, give me a break. LOL. And that chick, I was like, I am not meeting you, lady. No. Yeah, I'm so glad I didn't. Like, whatever she was thinking, it was still, like, my answer was always, like, just no with her. No matter what she was trying to do. So, yeah. Oh, boy. Wow. Now, that one I enjoyed chatting with more than... You see the difference? Now, like, that one I had times where I enjoyed chatting with. On Yahoo, chatting. Chatting. Like, ooh, text box. Ooh, voice. Yeah. They had their moments, so to speak. The Annie Cheddar one, no. There was no. I was like... there were times when I was like, what would this game look like without the Chadiata Amari? Like, probably. I wasn't trying, like, there was no time in my, like, e-life on Yahoo when I was like, I wonder what Yahoo would look like without this percuntity fucking hosey, whatever the fuck her name. No, it wasn't like that. Even at her, like, most retarded. And, like, her character acting-wise, like, that character, I was like, whatever.